Joining us live from our Abuja studio to discuss how we could possibly end the menace of insecurity across the country is Mr. Bala Hassan, a retired Assistant Inspector General of Police, joins us now. A pleasure having you with us.
Thank you very much for having me.
With this latest incident in Niger State, how best can we protect schools? Do you think the governor's order to close all boarding schools will make any difference?
Well, the answer could be yes or no. If this thing had happened somewhere in the northeast, one would have thought if we close the school, it's again for Boko Haram, because the Boko Haram advocates that Islamic Western education is unlawful. So if you close the school, they have made a gain for what they preach for. But in the context of this that happened, temporary closure of these schools will make assure the parents, but it shouldn't be for a long time. After some time, they should open the school after they have hardened the target and strategize, and to ensure that there is no occurrence of this type of dastardly behavior.
But what about the day students? Because he mentioned the closure of all boarding schools.
The incident of all these attacks, they mainly happen at nights. So these students are safe. They do it under cover of darkness. But I think from what we heard from the students, they made some distress call to get assistance. But unfortunately, the assistance did not come in time. So the governors have a lot to do in this direction. They should ensure that there is ample communication between all nook and crannies of the senatorial district to their headquarters, so that if there is any distress call, assistance should come within the next few minutes. If there is no mobile squadron in that particular senatorial district, there should be one to make it easier, so that when this thing happens, the people can be confronted, because people commit crime if there is no certainty of arrest and certainty of prosecution and punishment. So if they do it, they enjoy it, nothing happens, tomorrow they will do it again. But if we have people, police services, mobile police force in conjunction with some military to come and counter the attack, tomorrow they will not do it. But now they thought that they have done it, it's sweet, they have gone away with it, so it will positively reinforce other people to think that they can do it and get away with it. So I think the governors have a lot to do in this direction. They should use well their security votes, which run to billions of naira, to ensure that they give police what they need to come and confront these criminals and stop them from turning our country into another thing. These things are unheard of.
Well, Mr. Hassan, as a retired Assistant Inspector General of Police, how effective is our intelligence gathering?
Well, it is effective in the sense, but then if there is enough intelligence gathering, information will have filtered at least to the Niger State police commanders. Likelihood something of this nature is likely to happen, so they can thwart it in the board. So what we need now is collaboration between the police, the state security services, and Nigerian army to work together to ensure that they gather enough intelligence to ensure that when this thing happens through intercepting communication, they will be able to repel this attack or prevent it from happening. But most importantly, the targets must be hardened, because these criminals are looking for softer targets, and they found it in boarding schools. You see the one that happened in one of the states in Katsina happened almost the same time, and it was a science school too. So they're looking for science schools around that axis, and of course those with that consume softer target. We have to target the target. We have to go back to Safe Schools Initiative, which was propagated by United Nations Special Envoy for Global Education, Gordon Brown, in 2015, whereby some millions of dollars were given, so that this money should be used to harden the target, to ensure that schools are made less vulnerable to attacks. And of course, the governors too should not abdicate their responsibility to the federal government. They should do their own lot. It seems the governors have allowed everything that happens. They will say, they will be talking about the federal government. They have a duty. The money given to them to carry out security duty should be used. What are they using the 3 billion or how many billions every month for? They should use it to support the police, to support the security agents, to ensure that their people are protected. It's not everything that you run to Abuja for assistance. They have to do it at their level. The local government have to do it at level. It must go to the grassroots.
Mr. Hassan, you mentioned collaboration. Do you think community policing can help security agencies in this regard?
Well, it would, because the purpose of community policing is to move in the security architecture, the security of the people to the local people in the community. That is why the Inspector General of Police recruited thousands of police, about 10,000 policemen from those local area. And after their training, they are posted to that particular area. So they know the problem. They are the engine, they are the driving force of security in that particular locale. So it helps a lot because they know the terrain, they know the area to enter, they know the local knowledge and observation. The local police are just to reinforce to ensure that law and order is protected through the use of community policing.
Our banditry and kidnapping appears to be on the rise. How best can security agencies end this menace?
Well, as I said earlier, there must be certainty of arrests. There must be certainty of prosecution. There must be certainty of punishment. No person should be a sacred cow. Any person arrested for kidnapping or banditry should be made to pay his dues. Okay, if you look at Nigerian laws, in the southern part of the country, you talk of robbery and the like. The lawmakers in the south, in the northern part of the country, contemplate this type of offense. That's why they have the offense of robbery and brigandage. Brigandage is when you have 7 or more people to go and commit offense. And in these cases, like the one in Kagara, the one that we notice in Kaduna and Bilungwari, all those areas, they go in groups of 150. So they are not robbers, they are brigands. They are committing brigandage, so their offenses is very, very serious, and they should be made to pay their just desert in court. So if you want to stop this banditry, you must make sure that you take it the hard way with them. We don't believe in non-kinetic approach. It should be kinetic for now. It is kinetic using force to make sure that you subjugate them. Then if you are in the position of advantage, then you can tell them to come and sit and discuss with you. Because you can't discuss in a position of weakness. So the state government should ensure that they strengthen all hard targets. And any person arrested for brigandage, this type of offense, should be made to face the full wrath of the law, should be prosecuted. And of course, most of these things should be intelligence driven. You should find a way of, because these people that did this, invariably they are looking for money to finance other operations. If we give them, we have fallen into their trap. If we don't give them, it's a case of devil's alternative. Whichever option we take, we have to suffer. But we have innocent children. I believe the stance of the president is unique by sending people delegation, sending a very powerful security team to ensure that all our children, our fathers, our mothers, our teachers are released unsafe. But then, after this, we shouldn't fold our arms. The police and the security agents should work 24 hours to ensure that these people are arrested. There are ways to arrest them, but we cannot discuss them here because those people who committed this act are watching Channel TV. They will subvert it. But we have ways to arrest them, to get back at them. We are going to give them money. They are going to spend this money. The security agents know what to do. Trace this money and get them arrested, get them punished. By the time we arrest, prosecute, ensure that they are punished, tomorrow people know that crime doesn't pay. But if you know that you do small business, you get 10,000 naira, this one you get 10 million naira, you will not go for small business. You go, kidnapping has become big time business, so people go for it because it brings millions of naira. But I want this thing to be resolved without any loss of limb or arms, but resolved amicably so that our children, children can be safe.
Mr. Bala Hassan, I guess that's where we have to end this conversation. Many thanks for sharing your thoughts with us on the program.
Thank you very much, Mr. Producer.